A lot of terrain. As you literally mention it, the Jarvan gets locked in. You add the Cataclysm to the Weaver's Wall, then you stick an Equalizer over the top of it. Hey, that's a recipe for success if you're Team WE. The formula is there. The Grubs go over, so small win in favor of Team WE on the objective front. However, now Taeyun's going to get knocked up here by that Grand Entrance. Hope looking to try to finish off those Plasma stacks. Taeyun has his Flash Vampire doing a nice job to body block, so it looks like WE will escape and get out here with a small win.
To grab the dragon, still a minute and a half before this before these grubs. Shockwave from Shanks. He has the priority now to answer. Let's see if WE can get more than just one grub.
Now already Cataclysm in onto Tarzan. Remember, he doesn't have that flash, but gonna just use that subjugate to become oh so tanky. Killer Instinct into the pit, and it's gonna be first blood picked up for AL, and Karis is stuck in that pick at it, gonna have to flash away. Already that first grub secured by Team WE. A teleport comes in. It's gonna be Cube. Looking to try to rejoin the fight, but without Monkey alive, it's going to be very difficult for W to do anything about it. However, two-man seismic shove does land onto AL. Tarzan getting critically low, but now Karis doesn't have any more mana. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, it's going to be Taeyun forced upon the barrier, but now Cube has burned down Hope, and Kyle has to flash away as well. Cube picks up another kill, and WE manages to go 2 for 1.
I don't think Cube is getting another one after this. Flandra decided, I'm hitting the turret. He must have taken a really bad trade. He also used his ultimate there. So something happens. I really hope we get a check at the replay, as that is 3 kills now to WE in the first 9 minutes of this game. Feats of warfare going over to them.
The Grubs and the first Drake, so they're really in control of things in terms of the feats of strength. And they're looking for more. Onto a flashless Shanks. He gets himself away from the seismic shove. Really nice movement coming out from the mid laner of anyone's legend. Not enough to get a kill back, though. Might end up being a difference now that Tarzan and Kyle have arrived. There goes that quickness, and Karis will go down.
What?
They land another knock up in the Vampire. Where was he going? Thought he could survive through that unbreakable will, but just absolutely gets dismantled by Tarzan.
Okay, Shanks absolutely just bodied the hell out of Team WE.
Any chance of securing the feats of strength, they're going to have to take this one down, and it looks like they want to contest it.
Flandra does have ultimate. Kyle, or Hope, is not in the area, but has Killer Instinct.
They're going to go on to Cube, who just was overheated, but he's going to be able to get back to a good state very quickly. The Dragon's at 2,000 HP. They've already knocked down Tarzan, as Karis has come in with the Weaver's Wall just to try to zone the Trundle away from the Drake. Equalizer trying to burn him down. Tarzan won't go down just yet, but now Flandra is the next target. Kyle and Hope have to get in there quick, but a 3-man shockwave comes in from Shanks, but it's not nearly enough, as Karis is going to be able to shut him down. WE winning yet another fight. It's a 1 for 1, but the health bar is certainly in their favor, with Monkey heading right back to the Dragon.
I like the pincer there, and parts of that fight that we didn't get to necessarily see was WE and how they controlled space. AL were more considerate of making sure that individual members of WE couldn't join. Taeyun was very late to this fight thanks to Hope pressuring him off, but that is not the focus there. The instantaneous engage onto Cube means nothing if you look at it from WE's side.
Currently Cube on the wrong side of the map. He has his teleport though.
Yeah, he just hit level 11, but he doesn't have Equalizer. I think right now WE more focused on getting gold for themselves to make sure that Karis can pick up another wave. He's very close to actually finishing his Seraphs. He's going to get the teleport invested here by Shanks, as Flandra had to move preemptively to be a part of that fight. That turret is almost going down, and with kind of a backup dancer to Jeje over on EDG for a while, and now that he gets his own starting spot, I think he's earned himself some pretty goodwill. And I mean, even going into 2026, I very much expect him to be a team captain.
Yeah, as looks like the team captain of AL is doing pretty good too, as he just completely jumps Cube and takes him down. Nicely done here by AL to get a little bit more gold on the board. They have stabilized things quite a bit. However, his topics and sights will now turn to this next Dragon spawning in 20 seconds, and W want to make a play mid before that.
I don't think this mid-wave matters now. We're getting a flank teleport coming in from Flandra. 15 seconds on Cube.
Is canceled. There's no charm because of that purity from Tarzan. Now he's at half HP. Flandra, though, with a massive flank with the Call of the Forge Gods, going to be able to take down Taeyun, and they land the shockwave out of Karis as well. Hope of the Killer Instinct will take down the Talia, and both carries for WE have fallen right as the Dragon spawns.
Something that happened in AL series or in WE series just before this versus JDG. Cube got caught multiple times on a side lane, and now it's happening yet again. He gets caught in top lane. AL immediately make the transition around this Dragon and stop WE from getting to Soul Point here. A crucial pick needed in this game at 18 minutes.
You know, AL, they're going to have to prove it again. I mean, the LPL is a league full of very powerful teams. They're going to have to make sure they are
Monkey,
on
no!
their A game here as Monkey tries to go in for his red buff, but it's not his red buff anymore. It now belongs to Tarzan as he takes Monkey down for the second time this game.
Well, Grapes, that is probably the worst time for Monkey to die, because guess what? That's an Otacon being started now. Flandre and Shanks are hitting this. Cube does not have teleport. He's going to make his way over. This is just an objective that is never going to go over to Team WE. Let's get those waves pushed out. Let's pick up some more gold.
Yeah, we can get that.
And that pick right there might have just costed WE game number 1.
Big pick onto the superstar jungler here. Tarzan finding Monkey in his own red buff. Ending up picking up that Otacon. We will get a bit of a tempo advantage with the resets coming in from AL.
This should be the turret for Taeyun. Again, 3 grubs makes it very easy for W to make it on out. Oh, and AL are able to trade that. 1 turret in trade. Ultimate doesn't land, so...
I didn't see that. I don't know what's happening.
Yep. Karis does lose his teleport. Use this to stop Monkey from flag and dragging forward, or even Vampire if Tarzan has the hands for it. So I want to see AL. This is incredibly tough to break.
Well, they do find the full combo on the Kael and take down the Rakan before he can use anything. So that is a big win for WE, but it's going to cost Monkey about 75% of his HP bar, and that's not a good sign. Sombrero again, it does not connect. Shockwave misses for Shanks. Not a good sign for AL. They lose their support. They lose their mid laner's ulti. And now this
Vampire
Dragon
just
Fight's gonna be much more
TP'd.
difficult. Vampire with a spellbook teleport. Going to be able to land a huge knockup on the Shanks. 3-man Cataclysm. But the Call of the Forge God is big. Hope still untouched on the back line. He's going to try to cook here in this fight.
Taeyun
to the back line. And Hope is going to try to rip apart Team WE. They pick up the ace of the 4v5.
That is Hope from MSI, ladies and gentlemen. His Kai'Sa completely cleans house and rinses WE. A second dragon goes over, and the start of this fight again. All about Tarzan on this Trundle, putting Monkey into difficult situations. We talked a lot about for AL that Tarzan feels empowered. You're going to have a Rakan and an Orianna augmenting all of your ability to play this game. Teleport from behind.
They're going to try to collapse onto Tarzan, but that guy's way too tanky for just Vampire and Monkey to be going for him. The equalizer not even finding a ton, as Monkey is the first casualty. Taeyun is just stuck in the pit. He's going to have to valk away, but it's going to be all too late. It's a double kill for Hope, and the chase down will continue. Shanks finds Taeyun with a shockwave, and underneath the tier 2 tower they go. Zero regard for the turret whatsoever. Another ace for AL, and Baron will be the next target.
5 for 0, Baron on top of that, and look, they're not going to even bother. They're just going to send Tarzan and Hope to finish this objective by themselves. Anyone's Legends look like they have come back. Now, 2 things to note. 1, AL have been Game 1 Andes so far in LPL. They started off all of their series with a Game 1 win where they look resoundingly better than their opponents, but to close out a series is a different task for these guys.
Have this Baron buff open. WE looking for responses, but just not able to find the right plays at the right time. Whether it's a couple of bad clicks from Taeyun, Monkey going for the wrong engage. So far, WE have not been able to find their footing here in this game 1.
They can play on 2 lanes, the ability to really flex between the 2 of them with the Kai'Sa and having Hope here. Jesus Christ, Vampire is gone. Let's wrap this game up, boys.
And the pillar lands on the cars as well. He's going to be an easy Call the Forge God target, but there's not enough follow-up for AL to continue the push. So instead, they'll take 2 inhibitors simultaneously as their consolation prize. Game not over just yet, but AL looks like they might try to push for that 1-0
Kyle can
lead.
teleport, and he still has Grand Entrance.
From Kyle. Look for another engage. Again, Vampire dead for the next 9 seconds. There's a searing charge. It lands on both of the backline carries. And Flandre sets up his team for success. Monkey with the Cataclysm, not even to find a single kill. Vampire respawns, but it is all too late as Tarzan is still tanking up everybody on WE. Another shockwave for good measure sets up a triple kill for Shanks. A quadra kill at that. And it's a 24-6 slaughter. AL take game 1.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.